What is going on, everyone? My name's Boyd and I'm back with some more Age Mythology. The Titans action spawning in the left side of the map in the blue color, playing as Zeus. His name is Joe. His opponent today in the red color, playing as Oranos. His name is Shelty. This is a best of three. It's currently 1-0 for Joe. And the gods are switching up, the map's switching up, and the attitudes are switching up. The Oranos play here from Shelty was very much expected from Joe, and pick it when Shelty picks Oasis here. It's definitely going to happen, and Joe's deciding that he thinks that Egyptian against Oranos is not his best bet, and he's going to go with the Zeus and see if he can pull anything out of his bag of tricks here. He has been playing a little bit of Zeus recently, and he can play Zeus to a fairly high level. So don't sleep on Joe's ability to play the Greek god. This is going to be a good one. We'll see if he can compete with Shelty's Oranos, though. Shelty's got a very strong Oranos, plays it in a very interesting way. And we do see a very aggressive granary place there. It's definitely not his giraffe. It's very far away. 5 giraffe here, actually. This could be a very aggressive map here for Joe if he wants to go Athena here. With 5 giraffe here, push forward onto this very fast, like a 4:15 advance time with Athena here. Or if you can possibly do it, might be a bit hard with the walking time, maybe 4:30. Odysseus run forward, go Athena, hoplite, Minotaur shenanigans could be crazy here, considering Shelty's going to be going for a 4-minute advance time here. No economic guild. And he's probably going to go mass Terma. So the hoplite or even hoplite Hippocon and drop the Minotaur could be really, really strong here, given the hunt, given the map layout here, and given Shelty's initial start not being very good to defend against it. So we'll see what he goes for. The standard play here on Oasis is just to go Hermes and try and mass Centaur and try and get to that critical mass that you need to defeat the Oranos army. Once the Oranos runs out of those heroes, they can't keep dealing with those Centaur. They just completely melt the Oranos army, especially with a couple of hoplite and Hippocon mixed in as well. You see an Oracle running through here, Joe trying to get the cheeky little bits of damage onto it, but we do see Shelty going to look like he's gearing up to get a very aggressive onto this. We'll be seeing him going through to the next stage very soon here as he's hit the Promethean. It's going to be a 4-minute or 3-minute and 55-second advance time here. Those oracles getting attacked, though. I like this from Joe. He realizes exactly what Shelty's going to be going for, and if you do injure this oracle enough, the valor on the oracle is not going to be that good, so it may slow down the initial attack here. Potentially an extra oracle getting built for Shelty is going to be correct here, which we do see that's what he's going to be going for. Shelty knows that this is the location that Joe's going to be hunting from, and he's going to want to push off that. We do see we haven't seen a Jason out just yet. The temple's going up very late for Joe. You need to be advancing at least by 3:30 in this matchup. If you advance too late, you get too much damage here, get pushed off all of this hunt. How much will be left? Looks like there's going to be about I want to say about 500 food left in these giraffe by the time he gets pushed off, maybe 600. As the oracles come in, Odin's wand chilling here to get grabbed as well. Probably not the best relic for Shelty, but you definitely want to keep it away from Joe. Here's the Prometheus here. Valor comes down. Villagers are starting to get attacked who are already attacking back. Joe going to be retreating that one or trying to get away from there. The Oracle will be able to pick it off if they chase it down, but they don't go for it. There's the shockwave there. Jason coming in as well. Going to be bolting one of those Oracle heroes. The villagers picking off the other one, and Joe going to be able to hold on to this for this period of time here. Jason going to pick off the Odin's wand, and we do see Hermes. The villagers dumping their food here, and Hermes is on the way. Oracle hero trying to run around. The Prometheans coming in to start punching away here, just doing as much harass, slowing down all of the food that he can possibly do here. The Jason going to be able to clean up this Oracle, or at least do enough damage there. We do see both of the counter barracks are up now for Shelty, so he's going to start streaming in those Terma. And the question is, can Joe get to the next age and then defend against this push that Shelty's going to do? Does Joe have enough hurtables here? He's got 9. He's also got berries over here, but they aren't the safest berries. If he does throw up a wall here, should be okay. And that's huge. And I don't know what I missed there, but the Jason now already onto the Citizen. And oh no, the Jason has actually hit this Citizen and has gotten trapped. That's going to mean that the villagers come back, and Shelty doesn't know, but he can actually get out of this. There's a little known trick with the he can actually get out of that, but he doesn't know about it. And the villagers does survive. 10 HP, and Joe says, "Come on!" And as the Hermes comes in, 10 HP here for Shelty, but that's going to be a villager that Joe's going to want to pick up with that Centaur. Centaur does pop out now, and there's going to be 2 of them for him running around. The Terma do start hitting this one as it's retreating away. Surprised to see the Citizen not just getting pulled back and putting onto hurtables while he pushes a Citizen elsewhere. Now, the Terma moving in here, still trying to get that Centaur. I don't think he has a shockwave here, but running the speed walking the Centaur back in. If you don't know what speed walking is, it's when you grab 2 units that are far away and then you run them together, and it forces the units to try and get run as fast as they can to get the formation set. So you can kind of do that to get your units to run across the map very fast here. We do see some Termite trying to snipe villages here, but Joe is really, really good at this. He's really good at not overreacting to stuff and having a lot of low HP villagers. But we'll see if Shelty can just come in and snipe them here. He's going to try. He wants to pick off those Centaur. He almost gets one. 6 HP there. Gets a lot of damage done onto the Jason. Moving back around to this corner here. Villager gets pulled away. And as the villagers get pulled away, the Terma do miss quite a bit here. But going to be going after this villager here. Again, almost picks it off here. Joe not quite getting that one into the sentry tower like I thought he would have done for that moment there. But Shelty putting all the pressure on right now. He does need to start thinking about getting out a military barracks and switching into that one there. As the Terma, or not the Terma, the Centaur do get, what's it called? I can't remember what it's called. Sylvan Law? That's what's in my brain. That sounds wrong, but I think it's Sylvan Law, making them Centaur Polemark, getting the extra HP and all the other bonuses that come with it, speed and everything else. The hit Terma heroes immediately going to be targeting the Centaur, and for some reason they stop in their tracks there. And he does snipe that one, so that's really big. If we check out the population here, we do see 76 population for Shelty to 40 population for Joe, who has started to build these Hippocon out, which do start becoming very difficult for him to deal with. So we're trying to pick off the Odysseus. Nice micro from Joe, losing 2 Terma there for Shelty. Still no military barracks in sight here. And still hasn't moved forward onto these Giraffe, which is a little bit surprising considering how much pressure is being put onto Joe with all these Terma. If he waits too long, then he may actually find that when he wants to move to them, it's going to be a difficult situation for him. Another Valor coming down, trying to hit the Centaur, pulling the Centaur back for Joe though. Nice micro. Promethean now coming in as he picks off the heroes. Is a very, very smart move here. This Odysseus, very low HP, but no micro on the Promethean, going to instantly lose it. The Odysseus will be falling though very, very soon. 9 HP left on it. I like leaving that one alive and then spamming these Prometheans out. It's very, very smart. The villagers have to get pulled off this gold mine. They may be choosing to move elsewhere for the time being. Do we have an economic guild up? Well, we see the Centaur Polemark in the base of Shelty right now. Does pick off one of those citizen there. That low HP that was there from ages ago. So nice play from Joe. Not taking too much from that there. We do see the shockwave. Going to be picking off the Centaur. Ceasefire does come down just a little bit late there. The Centaur takes the extra damage down to 2 HP. And Joe still under pressure right now. We see another stable coming up for Joe in this ceasefire. And Shelty going to be trying to steal the goat. He's done this before. Shelty says, I borrow, as he's trying to take these goat out of the base here. But Joe says, no, they are mine and I'm going to keep them here. It doesn't matter what you do. It matters a little bit. Pretty sure if you... Well, actually, this is funny. This is goat wars here, but Shelty not able to steal them for the time being. We do see some catapulties coming out here, so some nice decision-making from Shelty to squeeze out some of those to deal with the stables, because they are one of the craziest counter units in the game. They do an extra 200% bonus damage versus cavalry. At least one of the craziest counter units to cavalry. I think they're kind of the only unit in the game that trades pop efficiently against elephant, but I could be forgetting Myrmidon. They might do the same thing in Fnatic maybe as well. But more Centaur get picked off immediately here as Shelty is still just pushing through. The population differential is gigantic here, and those catapulties just melted those Hippocon, even though there's just one there, with the help of those Terma as well. Just do so well, and Shelty just trying to pick off these units as best as he can. Centaur in the back microing around, doing all that stuff here, but the hero Terma doing so much damage here. Villagers getting pulled off the gold mine, trying to pick off these Terma here. Surprised to see Shelty not targeting any of those down. So while he's picking off a lot of the military units of Joe, keeping him down in this game, he's not doing all too much more. The hero Mermillo in the base now, ready to defend against the Centaur Polemark. And I think Shelty needs to think about, we're actually still picking off a lot of villages here. Shelty needs to think about getting out a second town center. It's a little bit short on the gold. Promethean here going to be doing a lot of damages. There's no heroes to deal with them, but does pick them off nice and fast with those Centaur. The Terma doing their thing here, keeping Joe really low on units here. It's really smart, really good play, really good pressure. This gold mine getting low as well, so the longer you can keep the Zeus army at a very low amount of units, it's going to be very, very good for him. Terma trying to come around to the side here, pick off this Centaur, and he does miss. Oh, he doesn't actually. He goes after the Jason there. Nice snipe there before turning around and going to be trying to get some more damage done elsewhere. More Promethean pumping in here. Finally, the Mermillo starting to show up. It's going to be helping out immensely as well. We do see the Centaur coming back into the base of Shelty. There's no units here for him. He's at full population right now. Shelty, Joe looking for that town center as Shelty is going to be coming in. He's actually going to be able to hit these villages quite nicely. I think he has a shockwave as well, so he could pick off at least one of. Surely you have to pick off one of those. No, doesn't want to. Okay, fair enough. Paying attention to maybe the Centaur over here while his units was running through the base of Joe. No, these units all getting pulled back, so Joe playing nicely there with what he's got right now, and Shelty not turning around and fighting just yet. He does turn around. When you have this many Terma, so long as you attack the Hippocon, which is attacking your Terma, you can pick them off in one attack, which is huge, before just hit and running. And the hero Mermillo does get turned here for Shelty as he's pushing the Centaur back out of the base. And now the big problem for Joe is going to be he's got no wood income right now, so his Centaur not going to get built at all for the time being. He is going back over onto this location here, but if Shelty splits up his army enough, he can hit this location and this location as well. We'll see if that's... Or you can actually just move around the base like back and forth here, but it's looking like Shelty just going after these villages here on this gold mine. No, he's coming around to try and pick off these units here. Still just going after the military of Joe here. Try and pick off those Hippocon as best as he can. The Centaur leaving the army here. Hero Terma going to be chasing them away as the villagers finally move up onto the giraffe that they said he should have moved to ages ago. But now there's some Centaur here that can cause a little bit of mischief over here as the Terma heroes are trying to chase them down. They're never going to be able to do that one. But with the Promethean in the fight here, those medium infantry coming through for Shelty as well, he's going to be able to keep this pressure on in the base of Joe. But Joe doing a nice job to stay alive here while this is still going on. Nice snipe there onto that citizen with all of these Centaur running around his units. No mana there for him to defend that one. So even though Shelty's doing all the damage right now to Joe, he's actually taken more villager losses in this game than Joe has. And now Joe's starting to build those farms out. Let's check out his economy. He's got no plow, no hand axe, no pickaxe. Shockwave being used onto these Centaur. Going to get a couple of pickoffs there. Getting 2 Centaur picks there is gigantic. Now the Centaur going to be trying to move into the base of Shelty, looking for something else to attack. He does have that advantage of speed here. 5.5 speed, 5.28, 5.83 speed. It's not a lot. And he almost snipes that citizen, decides against it though. And he does pick it off there. One low HP citizen on a farm should have hit that one back at the back of the town center there. And now Terma raids onto the villagers of Joe, ready to get some pick-offs there before he gets pushed away by a couple of Hippocons and the Centaur there. More military units here coming in for Shelty with the infantry able to pick off those Hippocon quite nicely. He needs to get some heroes in here as well. We do see the Centaur picking off another citizen here for Joe, getting so much value out of those Centaur in this game here. Trying to snipe that Odysseus with all of the term here. He will be able to pick it off there, but he's taking a lot of damage elsewhere. More units here for Joe dying. Lots of villagers dying as he's pulling off the villagers from the line there. Nice micro from Shelty pulling back the term that's getting targeted by those villagers there. And Joe taking so many losses right now. He's got 94 gold left in this gold mine, so this is going to be huge. Pretty sure Shelty's got line of sight on this gold mine, so he's going to be seeing it expire as well. He's got an oracle over here, but I'd love to see it move closer to this location to check out the town center and the gold mine over here. And now Shelty is just in the base of Joe. We check out the economy for Shelty. He's getting pickaxe. He doesn't have quite have the economy here to get to the next stage like we'd like to see him, going through Hyperion here at this stage of the game, taking too many losses on the citizens to get there. Villagers getting pushed into their town center here as Shelty has taken a lot of damage to this town center, but he's picking off a lot of villagers. We check out the population. It's 103 population to 47 population here. And the Centaur over here with 6 HP, still getting some value, going to be returning back to Shelty's base at the time being. And now Shelty's still just trying to go after some of these villagers on the farms here, doing a lot of damage here as he's pushing in. And Joe has to put those villagers into the town center while these are running in, trying to make their way over onto this gold mine here. If we check out the gold situation for Joe, he's on 1 gold right now as Shelty sees the victory in sight, pushing through, trying to pick off these units here, surrounding the Odysseus, going after him yet again, trying to pick that unit off. Does so much damage, heroizing one of those Terma. Maybe trying to pick off those Centaur. Nice micro from Joe yet again, but 1 HP to Catapulti gets a whack there. More units streaming through Joe's base, but he's losing a lot of HP on this. Nice ghost building here from him as well to keep these units from moving over here. Villagers getting pulled off the line yet again as Joe is trying to pick off these Terma, but even if he picks them all off, he's losing so many villagers in this fight, and the units are just going to keep streaming in from Shelty, who sees that this gold mine is the only possibility that Joe has got here, and Joe taps out in that moment. GG, well played by Shelty, leveling the series 1-1. Really nice pressure from him here. Joe opting for the Hermes play here. He defended this so nicely that it's almost as if Athena here could have been an option. But when you go Centaur, it slows you down so much, and he just was not able to get enough value out of them. Even with all of the citizen pickoffs he got, he just wasn't able to build up enough units as Shelty was just constantly fighting and slowing Joe down, getting all of the advantage in this game and getting the win. We'll move on to game number 3 very shortly. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll get the next game going very soon. So don't you go nowhere.